guys, welcome back to the Crust. We have results from trying to open that door carefully at Aliguo 4. It says the drones took a while to connect to the internal systems and analyze the options for safe entry. Sensors indicated the presence of air in all compartments, so before the opening procedure, the air was preemptively pumped out. We can send cargo rovers and drones for the resources. So we have the ability to get a few resources from that place. That sounds nice. Let's see where that was, right here. We have a whole bunch of stuff that could be here, and we have to also pick up the drones as well. So let's go ahead and take our truck over there, and let's go grab that stuff while we can. I'm also going to go ahead and pick up some food from here because it's still on there, and my truck's idle anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and make a quick mission over there to grab some food. We're at 262 food, I think is what it is. Yeah. Now, it does say that our oxygen production is 10 and our consumption is 11.6, but I'm not noticing any change in the storage. So, like, maybe that's a temporary thing. Yeah, okay, now it's showing 9.6. So, I guess the additional oxygen. Wow. The additional oxygen, it's going to be one of those days, is not a big deal. So let's, I really wanted to put big, yeah, I think I tear these down, right? If I tear this down, I get full resources back. Yeah. Okay, I want my data center to be somewhere else. I want it to be over here. So, like everything I build here, I'm going to have to move it anyway. Which is a little annoying, but I just need it. I need it to be installed so I can keep building things. So I'm going to put 2 more down because I can afford that, right? Yes, I have 6 of those. That's great. And yeah, I'm expanding how much titanium we're processing and working on that. It's a matter of CPU power, and you can see I'm already over now. So the plans are already in place. Thankfully, it doesn't appear to anyway prevent me from building something that's already got its plans in place. But yeah, they'll grab it from the storage and bring it over here for any other types of maintenance and stuff that we have to do on these machines. Yeah. Well, okay then. So anyway, I am back in the game here with this rover. We don't need the private lab anymore, so we kind of made our way all the way around the moon, didn't we? Pretty much the only thing left, the question mark on it, is the private lab. I'm tempted to see just how much, like how good their deal is, but it's very far away, so I'm not going to use it very often, right? Because I think you have to go there to use it. So why don't we just bring the rover back on base at this point? This private lab also is a thing. So I mean, maybe this lab is different. It's a different lab. It's not this one. I know this one is a place we can actually just exchange money for selected science points, right? But this one is a question mark. And a compact private research lab, CRUST's doctrine of fostering unrestricted economic and scientific ventures on the moon has enabled numerous enterprises to establish their research hubs on the lunar surface, shielded from the scrutiny of rivals and government watchdogs. While groundbreaking scientific discoveries might not emerge from this lab, the remnants of equipment and surviving records could hold some value. Okay, so this is not the same thing. I thought that was the private lab that I could pay for science, but that is not the case. Good to know. Okay, all the solar panels are now built at the end of the day, albeit, but it's there. And we got to 88% before the sun went down. 89%-ish before the sun went down. And we are losing fast. 21 days of power is what it says I have. And that's with these off. So I think we're good here. I think we finally stabilized the power. With an extra row of these panels, I think I finally stabilized our power consumption. You're going to notice that I've got only 3 landing pads.
Internal compartments of the observatory were found to be filled with air.
Hang on.
This is strange because during autonomous operation, the air is usually evacuated, and there is no permanent staff here. Judging by the disorder at the workstations and the active terminals, someone was here before us. The information in the database has been partially lost and the log files have been cleared. Whoever was here extracted data about the explosion and deleted the original files. Nevertheless, we managed to obtain data on gravitational wave research and dismantle valuable equipment.
Okay. What does that mean for me in terms of my research? You're coming back with just... This is not that one, it's this one. And you're coming back with all this stuff, and that's good. But, you know, does that translate to actually having science output from here? Yeah, it does. Okay, there. Eligwo is giving us 60 for 30 days on just these two, not social. So I'm not making any green science right now, which I guess isn't a huge issue. I need it for the flight control center, but we're pumping the other ones into there anyway, and we're already done with it on the solar panels. But I will need at some point to get that social science lab up and running, and this place here is a bit too small for that lab to exist. So I kind of built the building a little bit too small is what I'm saying. Now I could maybe I'm gonna have to make like another lab here or something, and I wanted to produce stuff here, so maybe the social sciences lab could be in the data center. It doesn't really mesh with it, but it could. I don't think I'm going to need this much space necessarily for a data center, so I could put that in here. Alternatively, I could make the bedroom go over here, split this, and so where the bedroom is moved here, and then I have additional science places in this area. It's an alternative. I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I guess we'll have to just keep playing and we'll find out, yeah? So I have 16 modular terminals. Just, you know, I had them built. They're just not making the storage, because if you don't make it a high priority at this point, they won't do it, because this building is the priority. So if you don't make it high priority, you're never going to get them built. That's just how it works with this game right now. They always prioritize the structure you're building over everything else. And they have finally cleared all of the regolith from underneath it, and they're now starting on the wall. So at least we've got that going for us. Now that said, our hauler drones will not haul stuff to construction sites. So if I want to have a little bit better, I can actually take away some haulers. That's okay with me too. However, we do have some contracts we need to fulfill. And this one has 24 days left in it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not done yet? Oh, I didn't deliver all the... Wow. I have to send... You kidding me right now? Are you telling me that I got to send this down for 3 components? Shit. Damn it. Like, I thought that was done. I was like, moving on. I don't need to do it anymore. Nope, that's not the case, I guess. I was never going to have this one in time. At least I didn't think I would, but I can actually deliver the modular terminals. I mean, maybe I can get this done in time. I have the modular terminals now, and I have 13 frames. So I guess what it comes down to is, does it cost more for 17 modular frames? Does 17 modular frames cost me $22,000? That's what it really boils down to, right? If it does, then it's not worth it. And I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah. They're 4,000 a piece, so they definitely will. So if I wanted to buy 17 of these, it's going to cost me 66. That is more than the bonus I'm going to get. So there's no point in doing that. I don't get any bonus to science. I would get a bonus to the relations part, which has some value to me, but I don't think it has, you know, $40,000 worth of value to me, that little bit there. So I think I'm going to let that go. We're not going to get the bonus on it, but definitely want to get this. I can't believe I just had 3 components to deliver here. Totally lame. Fine. They'll go ahead and deliver those, and then we'll let them leave. There you go. Bye. At least I get the money. Because I thought I'd already gotten that money. So, I mean, this is like finding a $50 bill in your pocket. Or in this case, a 200,000 credit bill in your pocket. Something like that, yeah. Imagine finding a $200,000 bill in your pocket. If that even existed. I mean, inflation's hella out of control if it does, right? What are we, in Vietnam here? You have 200,000 dong in my pocket. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, so, I mean, I wanted this to be built too, and we could just do that right now. Have more hauler drones when the time counts, so I will go ahead and finish that too. They have also started delivering stuff to my repeater, so that's nice as well, but it looks like the auto pathing for the truck's going to take it right through the repeater. That's a little bit immersion breaking, not going to lie, but kind of hoping maybe in the future it doesn't just drive through structures, but it probably will. Because it's not really an important part of the game if you think about it. So I guess, yeah, they probably will still do that. All right, so how are we processing here? Seems good. We're finally to the point now where we're processing all of that. There's still a buildup of silicon
the
for...
technicians at the station required a considerable amount of time to complete the repairs, even with our drones. Together we managed to handle it. We did a major overhaul, replaced the filters, and left spare parts for the initial period.
Nice.
During the repair process, we gained access to the documentation of the facility and equipment. There we found a couple of technological solutions for our own developments.
So, more science for me then. Nice. So we're getting 60 science from the ice spring. Nice. For another 30 days on the engineering and another 90 days. Okay. Expenses, flight control center. Oh, right, because I'm literally spending it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not actually putting any green science into anything because I'm not generating any of it, but that's an idea too. Also, like once we complete those contracts, or a lot of these contracts, they just give you science. Like this one would give me, once it's done, this gives me science, right? So we could look at that too, because this isn't going to give me any green science. So let's maybe look at a contract that might be available that has lucrative, profits, but also green science is something I kind of do want. So, although I can fulfill this one, which is kind of nice. 15 days for 127,000. I could do that one too. There's no science to that one though. So let's just see maybe if there's some kind of green science anywhere here. I can't filter based on science, unfortunately. They did add the filters and that's great, but looks like this one's pretty good. And I can fulfill it pretty quickly. They're going to give me quite a bit of science for 90 days. I do like that. Let's go ahead and satisfy this one. And we can send everything they require in one small pod, so that's good. And then since that one's being done, I could queue up one of those other easier ones that were profitable. Like, this one's 28 days in order to get that. And then I'm in penalty period after that. I'd rather not. I really don't want to have a penalty period. Conditions for the future. This looks interesting. 130,000 with FASM. 9 days to deliver this. This contract's going to be available for 2 additional days, so we can hold off on that a little bit. Like, let our guys go ahead and start facilitating this order and then put that one on the schedule. Sort of like that as an idea. We're never going to have this one, so it's okay. The frames we're going to have to start making on our own. So let's take a look at that. With the assembler, we can start creating modular frames. Concrete, which we have a lot of, and then there is the titanium plates. I didn't calculate that very well. The plates are over here. The concrete is over here. Could make modular frames in here, but we're going to need a lot of them. I remember modular frames being something that you need a ton of. Just an obscene amount of. And, you keep the plates. We need a lot more titanium hooked up to the system. And it looks to me like I'm still filling up. So I guess, yeah, we upgrade these two and see if we still continue to fill up. And I'll put another one down and I'll just keep doing that. I don't have the CPU for anything because, like, everything is... We're at 427 out of 415. Even if I build this, I still can't build anything. I need to get the vehicles out of base, maybe. I think that's what it is, right? The Rover Scouts are 3, cargo trucks 4, base value 60 for the drones. Large numbers of drones increase CPU load. Yeah. Structures at 85. Okay. I mean, this is occupying 5. The repeater is. This is 5 too. This is lifting off. Going to give me the cash. Yeah. Cash is mine. Money. Science. Good. Science is now mine. Now I'm wasting science points. So, green science. How about we take the fuel generator upgrade off and we add... I could get my big water tank. I guess we get the hydroponic farms. Eventually, we're going to need them anyway. So we'll put those on the schedule, I guess. But that's going to give us some science. That's nice. I just don't I just don't know how I'm going to get that to make sense for me. The modular frames have to be built in a big space. We could build them here. There's no cheap way to bring them to the surface, and they definitely need to be brought to the surface. Could maybe... If I'm going to build them here, that's getting really crowded with the modular terminals at this point, too. Right here makes some sense, but I still have to get the concrete over here, which is that whole, like, you know, getting a belt to come this way, right? Which is probably what I have to do. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I need the belt to come this way. So let's get this area cleared. We'll plan on modular frames being made over here. It's less distance for my plates to have to cover, and the concrete can get here. And I won't be able to go up to the surface over here, though, so it's going to have to go back into there to go to the surface unless I get another one around this side, and I can't build on this side. It doesn't let me build on the surface on this side. Like, it's just not allowed anywhere until you get to about here. Then they'll let me do it, right? Well, at least I thought they would. Am I all the way over with that? Oh, right, it's CPU load. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be allowed to do it here. So this would be one way to get it to the surface, but then I'm going to have to contend with, you know, like all of this is in my way. The belt's going to have to come through here and then around, and now it's out in the surface. But definitely have multiple elevators to the surface already. And then this one here, I think we're going to have be for deliveries as well. Or maybe it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one for the cargo docks. I was going to try to put a cargo dock here for the trucks to come in, and then they're just going to drop the material off here. And then we have like all the slag, right? It's all going to come into here, so it gets input into this system for the concrete production. So, yeah, there's some plans in my head. They're not that well framed. It's been a while since I played the CRUST. You know, this is not a game I've put a lot of time into. I'm as a content creator. I know I hate that name, but it's kind of what I am, I guess. I don't really play games unless I'm making content for them. Nearly 100% of my gaming is done either on video or it's playing for the purposes of making video. So, you know, the CRUST, we played it before, you know, a year ago or so, and then it was sort of, okay, this is the game. Needs a little bit of work. We'll wait on it. And so now we're at the point where, yeah, we've waited on it, and now I'm trying to, you know, get more going here. Wow, these are all full. They're all full, guys. I can have more of these. I can afford more of these. So anyway, yeah, I have general ideas of how things work, and I think I'm laying it out all right, but it's not perfect. Long belts for concrete, bringing it over here. I think this is where my modular frames are going to be. It gives me a lot of area to work in that doesn't have anything in here. At least to my knowledge, there's nothing in here. Yeah. All right, so more CPU. Oh my God, so much CPU needed here. Data centers. We'll go like that. I was hoping to put a big tank here for my big water tank, but I'm actually not certain that the big water tank will fit in a 3x3. It might be a 4x4. In which case, then I want it to be here anyway. Or it could be here. Yeah. Actually, right here makes more sense. Once the data centers are out of the way, of course. But all right, let's go to the Evermoon 3 surveillance station and see why these people, you know, need to breach that broken mechanism here. They refuse to let them in. Let's see why that was. So we're going to go with Atlas, and we're going to take a drone with us. We're also going to take all of our terminals and microcircuits with us, too. And we're going to go down and investigate that. Then we have that transit station from ACIL, previously served as a logistics hub for nearby facilities. And survivors flock to the surrounding station, right? But they don't have... So they have survivors over there, but they don't have enough supplies for everything. So I want to start sending them this stuff here, too. But I don't have medicines. I can't make medicines yet, so never mind. We're not going to do that yet. I need to go get my drones, too. You left the drone behind? You silly truck. Colossus, go get the drone. What are you doing? Go get the drone. Go get it. All right, I'm dropping down this pod. This is for the Malachite contract. And we're going to go ahead and satisfy this now just because it's sitting here. There's no reason to leave it sit here. We have lots of science we can get from it and everything. So I have the materials to do it. So we'll go ahead and make that happen. And I think I'll probably leave only 3 on the carrier for now, just because I really want these drones to get done with this building. But we'll go ahead and satisfy that. There's probably going to be another contract right after that. I think they follow up with another one right away. So, oh, here we go. Private lab. Okay, so we have this. Looks like we just got to pick up silicon. That's it. 356 of it, which is pretty good, but still have to pick up a bunch of silicon there. So, okay, that private lab was not the same private lab. We can actually buy some science here if I really wanted to. So I can maybe go and send my rover scout over that way just to go and investigate that lab. With 258,000 and another little bit coming here pretty soon, another 20 grand, I guess, coming after this. We do have a little bit of cash. We could buy some science because we don't have a whole lot of days left in a lot of this. Like, yeah, our science modules are going to be our only way of generating engineering science pretty soon. And, well, I still need a lot of that for the large solar panels. So, all right. So now collective effort. This is the next stage of their quest. And if we satisfy it right away, we get that bonus. We have what it takes to do so. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And we can do all of it with a single orbiter S1. Nice. Bring that down, and we'll do that right now too. Yeah, go get the drone. Oh, you're the one taking the drone. Okay, well, bring it back. Make sure you bring it back. There you go. Okay, maybe we'll go an extra 5. That's fine. More carrier drones is all right. And then they won't build this battery unless I specifically tell them it's a high priority. So let's go ahead and do that too. I don't want to have to burn any more fuel, but I'm so close to having large solar panels that I'd really rather not build anymore here. I can't do it anyway because of the CP. I'm always down. I keep talking about what I want to do, but I can't do it because of these things. All right, so that contract's completed as well. And now they have the next stage of this. And the next stage of this is going to give us another big bonus. And if we complete this now. So we have the silicon, we have the microcircuits, we have the components. We just give them this. United by one goal, the Aurora project, right? So we'll just go ahead and do that too. And it looks to me like we can fit everything into one pod again. So there we go. Send that down. And we'll get to loading that as well. Making a little bit of money with Malachite today. I guess that's just how we're gonna do this. You know what? Let's should we bother with more? Converting even more to cargo? After this contract. 45 days is enough time. We're good. After this one. Okay. We have a little bit of CPU, but like not much. All right. We're talking 419 out of 420 here. And still waiting on silicon to be delivered to this one. Yeah, I delivered microprocessors there. Now, I think what I'm going to do here, looks like all of these have their microprocessors already delivered. Fantastic. Build them, please. Can I have them be high? These ones are already high priority. Can I have them be high priority, please? I think it's time, even if I don't like it, I might put an assembler like right over here just to make microprocessors for now. Like one assembler. I want them inside, but there's no reason to like wait just because of that. So I'm going to do that. This assembler takes 5 CPU and 55 power. It's very expensive. But you know, if it's a temporary thing, I can place one here and we can send the silicon this way and these microcircuits this way and just have this machine sitting here making stuff so that I can have more microprocessors and I can, you know, keep going and doing things. So I think that's what I'll end up with as soon as they actually get on and making this, which it looks like they're going to need probably to deliver the rest of this contract before they do any of that. The silicon is not available. There should be some available. No, I have it disabled to where it won't distribute here, but that doesn't mean they're always going to keep 80 in here. So they've already taken all of it out of there. Okay.
Helped a lot of people. That's a credit to you as well, Director.
Thanks for the credit. Appreciate it. It says our drones have done a great job and helped a lot of people, and it's a credit to me. Cool. Yeah, because I delivered the stuff to the station that needed help. So there we go. So that's happening. Evermoon, we're still going to figure out that. But this cargo truck is on its way back. Now, do I want it to come back, or do I want it to go over someplace else and pick up something? We have a lot of stuff over here. We could have it move this way right away. Yeah, we got a lot of titanium we can pick up right here. That'd be really helpful, actually, for the sake of getting more components. We need to bring people here, so that's not going to work right now. I think I want you to go here. Yeah, so we're going to have this cargo truck just already moving in this direction. Maybe it makes more sense to have the other truck do that. I think it kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it makes more sense. The other truck... Hey, there's something more to pick up over here. Oh, the silicon, right? Okay, you can go do this. Yeah. You can go do this. I'm going to have you... Because you already have the drone on you. So, like, you got it with you. So that makes sense. So we'll go ahead and fill all... and get that silicon. Perfect. That's exactly what we should do. And then once you have delivered these goods to Evermoon and you figured out what's inside the facility, then we can determine whether or not we want to pick up that stuff that's there, if there happens to be stuff there. And then we can have this truck go all the way over to the other side of the moon. It's going to take a while, but have you go all the way over and do it. That's actually quite convenient because that pickup that I just prompted requires a drone in order to do it. And that truck happens to have a drone with it. So it just makes a lot of sense. There we go. Oh, here we go. Evermoon 3. While the drones were opening the sealed door to the underground complex, a rover continued to record activity beneath the surface and various sounds, knocks, creaks, possibly footsteps. As soon as the heavy doors swung open and the rover entered the complex, it was surrounded by rats. Small gray clumps of matted fur attempted to attack the rover, but quickly retreated, realizing that the metal casing was not of use to them. Among the scattered items everywhere, the rover's camera caught sight of an open metal cage. A sign on the door indicated that it had housed the pets of someone named Gary. Part of the sign, including the names and initial quantity of rodents, was bitten off. With the complex's staff long gone, the remaining resources could be useful at your base. You could send a cargo rover to retrieve them. Okay, so I can do that now. I have already told the rover to automatically come back, so I'm going to stop that now. Let's see if I can't get the resources from this.
The rover doesn't transmit odor. Just the view from its camera put a foul taste in my mouth. And who came up with the idea of bringing rats to a moon base? Oh, these pests, if I can call them that, feel comfortable even in the conditions of a destroyed housing complex, and they breathe like rabbits. The MT4 guys mistook their fussing for the sound of footsteps. There are no living humans here anymore.
Unfortunately.
I have to admit, I'm a little glad there was no one here. I can't imagine what kind of person you'd have to be not to let your own colleagues into the shelter.
Right. Okay, so we have an expedition for this. So let's send this cargo truck, right? Let's send that over here because it's right there already. Yep. And we're just going to pick up that stuff. And we don't want to leave back to base just yet because I think if we pick that stuff up, we still have a lot of space in the truck. So once we pick up that stuff, I think I'm going to send it this way and pick up some of these things because we still have a lot of space in that truck once it's done. So that's what we'll do here first. So we're going to go here, and I've told it not to come back to base right away. There we go. So it's in the cargo bay. We're at 308 out of 4,000 capacity. We have tons of space left. So before you come back with all this stuff, I'm going to send you to get that titanium right there. I think that's definitely where I should go with you first. We'll fill all there, see if you still have space, and then you could go to one of these two facilities if you still have space. So that would be good. A lot of that titanium is going to be very helpful because I'm still struggling to produce all the stuff that I'm getting here. But I have added an additional machine again. And when it starts operating at maximum efficiency for what I can afford now, maybe, just maybe, we can see this belt, steadily moving through here. Now the level 2 makes a little bit more sense here to get it through this system once all these machines start processing more regularly. And I think maybe we can upgrade that one too, just to push it further even more. Get it through there, because this one right here, it's only filling up because I didn't have it selected. Or it's filling up anyway. Wow. Or it's filling up anyway. Crazy. Yeah, I can afford more. Definitely want to process more titanium because that's how I'm getting all my components. Those components are needed for this. Look at all these components just sitting here waiting to go. Oh my goodness. Wasting science points right now. Yeah, we're wasting blue science now. I still don't have the colonist recruitment market. Like, I don't need them. I have 9 colonists already, and I'm satisfied with that at the moment, you know? I think I get the carbon fiber factory upgrade. I can begin to make more right away instead of having to rely on more machines right away. They're pretty expensive for CPU. Alternatively, smelting is a thing, and I could get that upgrade to make them even faster at what they're doing on the titanium side of things right now. Plate production going faster, not necessary. You know, multi-regolith upgrades too. This is 5 CPU each time. I know it's a lot of money, but we could definitely process faster. We're going to eventually want this anyway. High-tech factory is kind of... I mean, it's going to be needed eventually, but Full conveyor and connection recycling. Oh, returns 100% of credits. Oh, from any conveyors or wires. I'm sold. I'm sold. You've sold me. I'm going that way. Definitely. And all these temporary things don't matter. 100% refund would be huge. I could do so many things with that. I wonder, you gonna refund my tier 3 belts too? I mean, not that I'm gonna tear that belt down, but if you're gonna do that, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I can make more of these now, I think. I'm at 420. So what's going on here? It's just the silicon. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Bring that silicon over there. Let's give me that CPU. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Bring it down. It's right there on the ground. Pick it up. Bring it over here. There you go. No, you're going the wrong way with it. Where are you going? Not that way. Oh boy, they didn't deliver this at all. These are all high priority. They're all marked as high priority, but like so is everything else, so I guess. Oh, right, the silicon goes here. Yeah. Because of the, the contract is that's gonna be high priority first. Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. We still need it to repair this too. I don't think they're gonna do that though, because this exists. Let's maybe make that a secondary priority for now. Research is complete for the large solar panels. Oh goodness, that's awesome. So now we can really start ramping up power up there and save a little CPU while we do it. So at the moment, what do we have for max generation, I wonder? So this is the middle, we're just getting this at the dawn of the day. So we want to replace these panels at night if we can. And but these are big. So let's see just how big they are, right? They do absolutely not fit in the space I thought they were. Wow, I misremembered this huge. That's a bad bit of misremembering right there. I thought they were going to fit in this space, and they do not. Certainly do not. Well, okay then. Now I have to wonder if that's going to be in the right spot. So there, and there. So now that needs to move over a bit. Or this does. I have room here. I could do that too instead, I guess. Maybe we start with this side, making sure that we are lining up with this as we build them. We can go here with it. And from there, we end up going there. Oh my gosh. These are much bigger than I remember them being. Now, what's the draw here? So 3 CPU each generates 80. This is 5 CPU each generates 300. Okay, they definitely did different things with large solar panels. They're definitely different than I remember. That doesn't mean that they are different. My memory is probably just bad, but they are much bigger and much different than I remember them being. And 300 power is huge. Notice though that they take a lot of resources to build. So I have to have Duralumin ready to go. I got to have modular frames ready to go. And I got to have now the control units as well. So there's a much more advanced power setup that I did not anticipate, and I should have. I anticipated this. I knew the cost, but I didn't know how big they were. So that's big. That's really big. So building one of them sounds cool. Look at all these that are broken down though. Like now imagine that it's broken down and it's a large one that's broken down. Right, now imagine that. Ugh. I don't like that at all. Should we add one to the end? We could add one to the end of the sequence here. So we can say you go all the way over to there. I need to know how it spaces out. So I want to go like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then so it spaces out to here. And then we want to have that be in line with those panels, so it's going to be here. So that's where our first one's going to be. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and hook that up. I don't think they're going to build it, right? We don't have a control unit as far as I know. We do. We have one. Okay, cool. We have one control unit, so we'll spend it. Modular frames, all these things. We just don't have the Duralumin plates, but at least I'm not making them. Do I have them? I don't. I don't have modular frames, but I was going to start making modular frames very soon. Let me just take a look at that. So this area is cleared out. We could maybe start that process if I had the CPU to do it. I do appear to have that. But here's the cool thing about this, right? This is 300 power and this is 54. So like I can just essentially delete this entire row. Every time I place one of these, I can delete a whole row of these. And that's freeing up CPU, right? Because this is 5. So we're going to free up 15 as we lay 5. That's awesome. That's going to really free up a lot of stuff. So I definitely think it's worth, you know, getting the control units, even if I have to pay for them. I have some money though. The control units are 17,000 a piece. And I certainly can't make them yet. So I'm going to grab 5 of them for 89 grand. And, you know, the Duralumin plates are a thing. I think I can make those, though. I think I can make those. Having some medicines might be all right as well for sending on that quest, that mission. So I'm going to buy, like, I don't know, 15 of those, too. And then the robots are actually pretty cheap. Damn, they're cheap now. Should we buy 2 of them? That's a lot of money, man. Done. I'm doing it. Okay, I'm down to 75 grand. I bought some things, okay? Let's see. So each one is 1 control unit. I just bought how many? 5. Okay, so I can have 5 of these things now. As long as I have modular frames production set up, got to do that, and I have to make Duralumin plates. So let's focus on one at a time, starting with the modular frame. So that's titanium and the concrete. Okay, so from over here, and I can't tell which, it doesn't let me change the type while I'm placing the plan, so I need to kind of know what side. So it looks to me like the default is the top one, and that is opposite of the graph. So at the moment, concrete would be on the left, and the titanium plate would be on the right, according to what I think this is telling me. Okay, so I would want these to be, let's say here. Let's put it here. Yeah, let's go like 1. We're going to do just 1 for now, of course, but if we can somehow prove that we can handle 2, then fine, but 1 for now, absolutely. So we'll stay here, and then it's going to go that way, but I might end up having them back to back. Are we still clearing this out? Maybe I go a little bit further back. I think I would like to go further back, and I have to get rid of that little bit there too. I think I would like to go further back than this. So let's have the diggers get rid of this for a second. Oh, unknown object. We've detected the collision of a large object of artificial origin with the surface of the moon. The scientific community is debating the origin of this object. Some scientists believe it came to us from another star system. What? Director, whatever it is, we will be able to use the findings in further research. Send a rover to study the collision site. Well, I mean, my rover's not really doing much right now, is it? It's going to the private lab, so I guess. Okay. Where's the collision site? Is it really far away? I know how much you like me going really far away. I don't see any question marks. Energy crisis. They really need to make these quest markers more obvious on like where is this?